Yeah. We are here again. So, we start today's topic will be on musical notation. So, what did I say? Musical notation. So, we wrap up moving. So, welcome to class with who? With Mr. Israel Etem, your music instructor. Okay, so what's in store for us to learn today? So we'll be learning the definition of musical notation. We'll be learning the categories of musical notation. We'll talk about time values in musical notation. Then we come to a stop up with staff notation. I hope you're happy to learn something today. Okay, so definition of musical notation. So musical notation can simply be defined as a series of symbols and markings that inform musicians how to perform a composition. First, it is a series of symbols, or you can call them markings, that inform musicians how to perform a composition. Or you can simply say that musical notations are symbols used in written music to inform musicians how to perform a musical piece. Okay? So now we move on to categories. So categories of musical notation. We have the standard notation, we have the solfa notations, we have the percussion notation, then we have our guitar tablature, although we have more than this. So let's just work with these four categories only. Okay, so now we move on to our standard notation. So the staff or stave is a set of 5 lines and 4 spaces, of which we know already, that each represents a different musical pitch. So these lines and 4 spaces, they represent different musical pitch. So if I place a note on the first line, it will give you a different pitch from if I place a note on the fourth space. So that is where we bring in the different musical pitch from. I hope we are all clear. Okay, so now we move on to our solfa notation. Woo, another name for solfa notation, it's tonic solfa. Okay, so now we have tonic solfa notation, also called solfeges. Woo, so it's a system of learning music where the tones are called the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. You can end with your do. So that is our solfa notation. So you see they are written with our small letter alphabet. So you can see example of a standard choir piece here for our soprano, the first for soprano, the second for alto, the third for our tenor brothers, and the fourth for our bass brothers. So that is all about our solfa notation. So we now move to our percussion notation. Oh, all our drummers in the house. Are you there? Okay, so now we have percussion notation. So percussion notation is a type of musical notation indicating notes to be played by percussion instruments. So we know our percussion instruments, drums, we know the triangle, we know the cowbell and all of that. So this is how their notation looks like. So whenever you're playing drums, you're supposed to learn how to play the standard percussion notation of the drum. So we have a cowbell, we have triangle, we have a shakira and all of that. So now this is our percussion notation. So take your time to learn your percussion notation. It's not about just playing it, but you have to know how to play it in case you find yourself somewhere. You get it? Okay, so now we move to our guitar tablature. So guitar tablature, our guitar is in the house. Okay, so guitar tablature is a method of notating music that empowers beginner guitarists to learn songs quickly and easily. So if you are a beginner guitarist, you want to start learning guitar, you want to start playing, don't just go to use the standard notation. Just go with your guitar tablature. That will help you to learn faster, easier, and you start playing with a band. That's very easy. So our guitar has a guitarist in the house. So just go locate your guitar tablature to learn faster. Thank you. So now we move on to our time values. So what's this time value? Time value is used to indicate the relative duration of a musical note. Or you can say, whenever talking about time values, you are simply talking about music notes. So you can say musical notes or you can say time values. So you see they mean one and the same thing. So you can also say that music time values is a music note, and you're very correct. So we will focus on our staff notation since that is our center focus. You know, we mentioned standard, solfa, we have a percussion, we have our guitar tablature, but here in this topic we are going to centralize on our staff notation. So these are the different staff notations we have, although we have more than these. We have the brief, we have the semi-brief, we have the minim, we have a crotchet, we have a quaver, we have a semi-quaver. So you can see their symbols. So whenever you see this symbol, you know, oh, this is brief. I know this symbol. I've seen it before. I see this symbol and oh, that is a semi-brief. I don't need to think about it. I see this symbol. Oh, this is the minim. I know it. So you see this other symbol, it's a crotchet. I see this other symbol. Oh, that must be a quaver. It has a flag. We talk about note stems and duration. We talked about flags and all of that. So this is a quaver guy. He has a flag. And we have a semi-quaver. Oh, this young man has two flags. So it has two flags for himself alone. Ooh. So that is all about our staff notation for today. So now we just move on to giving definitions so that we know what this staff notation stand for. So we talk about a brief. So this staff note has a value of 8. Has a value of what? 8. It is sustained by 8 counts. So so you see now 8 counts. 8 count. So you can sing your do. So that's it. So we move on to our semi-brief. So this staff note has a value of 4. So it is sustained by 4 counts. So me. So just 4. Not more than 4. Anything more than 4 is not a semi-brief. You got it? So we move to our minimum. So this note has a value of 2 and is sustained by 2 counts. So re, la, fa, mi, sa, do, fa, mi, la, do. So you see now two clicks, two clicks. That makes our minimum. So we now move on to our crotchet. So the value is 1. So la, si, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, mi, re, do, si, la, do. Okay, so that is about our crotchet. So now we move on to our quaver. So this has a value of half and it's sustained by half count. So it's why we call it half is that each crotchet carries 2 quaver. So now 2 quaver makes a crotchet. 2 quaver makes a crotchet. 2 quaver makes a crotchet. So that's how we come to that half count. So la la ti ti do do re mi fa fa so la la so fa mi re do ti la la. So you see now 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2. So now we have our semi-quaver. So this guy has a value of 1/4 and it's sustained by quarter count. So 4 of semi-quaver makes a crotchet. 4 semi-quaver makes a crotchet. What did I say? 4 semi-quaver makes a crotchet. So Ta 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 ta. La ti do re mi re do ti la. La ti do re mi fa sa la ti do mi re do ti la. So fa mi re do la ti do mi re la. So now this 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4 4. So that's what you have with your semiquaver. So that's all we'll do about our musical notation. So if you have any question, answer your quizzes and all of that. So for now, we say thank you till next time we meet and study your blog. Make sure you answer the quizzes and the assignments. God bless you.